a second down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
To throw is Darnold. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll run with Mack. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long for Mayfield. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time.
That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Here's Myers now to kick it away. And And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
A first down throw for Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gone! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Mayfield on first down. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
And again, it's Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Lucky 56.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Darnold from the gun. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 30 yards there.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a change-up in baseball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Darnold now to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Mayfield to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They pitch it out to Johnson. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
New York set to take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there, 26 yards. This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
On 2nd down, Darnold taking a shot here from... man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Keith Marshall, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Now Myers for the extra point. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
3-19! 3-19!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Browns on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile.
Hurry up, here we go.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
This is taken around the 12. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this short timeout. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Starting the drive with a give to Mack, and he'll get this only up to about the 35. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Faking the give, Darnold. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Detroit! Detroit! You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
3rd and 2, Darnold. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Mayfield now from the 50. He's going to air one out. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. From the gun, Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. The quick slant caught. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. The Browns on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the 2nd half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A gain of 39 that time.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They run high. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now he's forced out, and he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Kevin Pierre-Louis able to get in there and drop him behind the line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Antonio Callaway, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that will shave one more off this lead. Pinheiro now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he shifts past him. And some room to roam now. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Being chased out left. And it's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. Eluding the and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and forever.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And this will be blown dead right around the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Let's go! Green!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. They'll roll it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jets have recovered. A little careless with the football. And he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did. And when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away. Tuck it away.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Emmanuel Ogba in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. That is incomplete. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Mayfield. Out to the flat for Hyde. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Motion. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Over.
Desperation time. Mayfield on 4th down. This is caught inside the 15. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
Mike, 53.
They'll run. Hyde. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Watch left. left. It's time right there. Hey.
Mayfield down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down.
Leopard!
Running for it. Here's Chubb. And he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, 4 down.
A run by Mack to start the drive. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Gone!
Darnold on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue 90.
Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Just like that. Just like that.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. The Browns on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey. Four down. Hey, watch this.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Strong right.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. The intended target was Corey Coleman, and it's 3rd down. Now a carry from Mack, and unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as he'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team, and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. 2nd down, Mayfield. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and his great season continues. 13 sacks for him now on the year. 3rd and long for Mayfield. To the right side and complete to Njoku. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that. Detroit! Hot!
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Watch him now, Barney. Over!
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to shake him off. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, the win is their 8th on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Browns, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
My passy deep and I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's. Bitches guess over baby. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke away longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all in nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the